Hey guys, welcome back to Busted to Built. I'm Kurt. Today we're working on 2014 Chevrolet Equinox that has ABS and StabiliTrak lights on, and we're going to get right into it and do a code scan. So here we got our modules scanned, and we got two modules with codes in them. And so the diagnostic plan here: left front wheel speed sensor circuit and invalid data received from electronic brake control module. So this is a byproduct of this code here. This isn't actually going to be anything we need to look at. If we fix this, this will go away here and this will get taken care of. So we gotta keep our eye on the left front wheel speed sensor, and we'll pull up a graph of all the wheel speeds and we'll go take it for a drive and confirm this issue. And there we go, got all of our dummy lights on, and here we're graphing the wheel speeds, and you can see that the left front kicking in and out. So I'm almost certain that we've got a broken reluctor on that wheel. Get her up to a little more speed here and check it out. So there we're up to cruising speed, and you can see for sure that the left front there just keeps dipping in and out right here. And so I'm quite certain we've got a broken reluctor. We'll get her back in the shop and see what's happening. And we're back in the shop now, so we're going to get her up in the air and we're going to check out that left front and see what's going on. Again, I'm quite certain it's the reluctor, but we'll get a look at it and put eyes on it. So let's get her up in the air. So the first thing I'll do here, just for ease, right here is the wheel speed sensor, and I'll pull this and we can inspect the wheel speed sensor real quick. But even if that's not the problem, and I'm sure that it's the bearing, I just like to pull this out so that way when you're servicing the bearing you don't risk damaging the sensor anyways. So we'll go ahead and just pop that out real quick and see if there's anything to be seen. And that's a good looking sensor right there. So normally you might see if there's an issue here is this would be broken. Right here, this tip where it's flat, that's where it meters the speed off the tone ring or reluctor on the back of the bearing here. So we got that out. Anyways, next step, I can just take the axle nut off. We'll push the axle back out, put our eyes right on the reluctor, see what's happening. Alright, and here's the money shot. We do have a broken reluctor right here. You can see this crack in it where it's broken away up here. This is the reluctor right here. This piece. And then again over here you can see it's broken off right there. So just like we were suspecting a broken reluctor, so we're going to have to get a new bearing over here on this corner. Get this ABS light, traction control light taken care of. So here we got our new bearing and the old bearing, so that makes it a little easier to compare. So it's just a little plastic ring that's got little magnets in it or whatever. Maybe it's a little magnet ring, call it whatever you want. I call it plastic, it's just garbage mostly. And then here's the broken one. So this is where your speed sensor sits. That little finger comes down there and it reads that reluctor as it's turning. That's how it figures out what the wheel speed is. So, but anyways, a little comparison, and we'll get this baby in there and ready to go. And again, with it being the salt belt, I like to get in here, it's the wire wheel, clean all this corrosion up that you get, and then also this flange or mounting surface for the flange of that bearing. So anyways, just helps it stay happy, and so you don't have to fight the next one. If you got to warranty it or whatever, it'll just pop right out. Just being on the servicing end of vehicles, that's something I think about. Some people are just one and done and whatever it takes to slam that next bearing in, but I like to prep it a little bit. So we'll take a wire wheel, get this all cleaned out. Just like to use a little knotted brush on the end of the grinder there and watch for the dust storm. And I like take a little grease and just put it right there where it likes to season the knuckle, and that'll keep it so that it doesn't make it so hard to come out the next time. Won't be so much corrosion and crud in there. So put my backing plate on. And the torque on the axle nut here is critical to the longevity of the bearing, so you want to make sure that this actually gets torqued to spec. For the Equinox here is 151 foot-pounds, and the easiest way I found to torque a wheel bearing, as long as it's a vented rotor, just shove the screwdriver through the brake caliper in the vents, and then that'll hold it as you torque it. So get a wrench on her. Here we're at 180. Bring her on down to that 151 mark. And then give her the beans. Meep. There we got her to 152. Right on the money. And then you pull your screwdriver out. That's a done deal. Alright, so now we got her all fixed up. Fingers crossed. So we'll come in here and we'll clear DTCs. Now we got a green bean. We'll go into the electronic brake control module. And again, we'll look at all our wheel speeds. And we'll graph them, and let's go hit the road. And so now looking at our wheel speeds, everything agrees. All happy in the dash, no lights. We'll keep an eye on this again as we get it up to speed and make sure everything's all right. Now we're climbing up closer to cruising speed, and there's no glitches coming off that left front wheel speed, so everything's happy there. I do believe we've got her fixed. Alright guys, thanks for sticking around. Check that out. We got the Equinox all fixed up. No more ABS or traction light, anything like that. And so ready to roll again. Happy customer, happy mechanic. So appreciate you guys sticking around like I said. If anything was helpful, maybe consider liking, commenting, or even subscribing to the channel. Appreciate it. We'll check you on the next one.